accidentally joined a pyramid scheme pitch meeting thinking it was a book club? Last spring, I saw a flyer at my local coffee shop advertising a book club. Professional women, wine, literary discussion, Thursdays at 7. Perfect. I just moved to Portland for work and knew exactly nobody. I texted the number, got an enthusiastic response from someone named Brielle, and showed up the following week with a bottle of Pinot Noir and my copy of The Vanishing Half. The address led me to a sleek downtown loft with floor-to-ceiling windows. I walked in to find about 15 women in business casual, sitting in a semicircle facing a whiteboard. Not a single book in sight. A blonde woman in a blazer rushed over and hugged me like we were old friends. "You must be Vanessa! I'm so glad you could make it. Grab a seat, we're just getting started." I sat down, confused but too socially anxious to leave. That's when Brielle dimmed the lights and fired up a PowerPoint presentation titled Financial Freedom Through Wellness. My stomach dropped. This wasn't a book club, this was a pyramid scheme. For the next 20 minutes, Brielle talked about a company called Lumina Life that sold essential oils, protein shakes, and something called cellular enhancement patches. She showed before and after photos of women who'd apparently lost weight, gained energy, and retired their husbands by selling these products. Every slide had more exclamation points than actual information. I should have left, but I was wedged between two women who were taking notes like their lives depended on it. One of them whispered, "Isn't this amazing?" I nodded weakly and poured myself more wine. Then came the income potential chart, a pyramid, an actual pyramid, on the screen. Brielle called it a success ladder and explained how I could make 6 figures by recruiting just 5 friends, who'd each recruit 5 friends, and so on. The math didn't even pretend to make sense. "Now," Brielle said, eyes gleaming, "who's ready to invest in themselves? The starter kit is only $499. Every hand in the room went up, except mine. Brielle noticed. "Vanessa, I see you're thinking it through. That's smart. Tell me, what's holding you back from claiming your financial destiny?" I panicked and blurted out the first thing that came to mind. "I'm actually a federal investigator specializing in multi-level marketing fraud." The room went silent. Someone dropped their pen. Brielle's smile froze. Then I kept going, because apparently I'd committed to this insane lie. "I'm working undercover to document recruitment tactics. This presentation has been incredibly helpful, especially that pyramid chart. Very bold choice." I pulled out my phone and started taking photos of the whiteboard. "Do you have any pamphlets? Physical evidence is always useful in court." Brielle's face went pale. "This is a legitimate business opportunity. We're registered with—" "Oh, I'm sure you are," I interrupted, channeling every legal drama I'd ever watched. "That's what they all say right before the class action lawsuits hit." 2 women quietly stood up and left, then 3 more. Within minutes, the room was half empty. Brielle was frantically Googling something on her phone, probably trying to verify if I was real. One woman approached me, hands shaking. "I already bought the starter kit last month. Should I be worried?" I felt terrible. "Look, I'm not actually—" "Please," she interrupted. "I need to know if I can get my money back. I used my daughter's college fund." That's when the guilt hit me. I'd started this as a way to escape, but now someone was asking me for real help, so I told her the truth. "I'm not really an investigator. I thought this was a book club." I panicked and lied. She stared at me for a long moment, then started laughing. Not polite laughter, full-on cackling. "You thought Brielle's predatory wine nights were a book club? Turns out, this woman, Kelsey, had been trying to quit Lumina Life for weeks, but felt trapped by the sunk cost and social pressure. My ridiculous lie had given her an exit strategy." Brielle overheard and stormed over. "You're not a federal agent?" "Nope, just someone who really likes reading and made a huge mistake." She pointed at the door. "Get out." Kelsey and I left together. In the parking lot, she asked if I wanted to grab dinner. Over Thai food, she told me about the $3,000 she'd lost, the friends she'd alienated trying to recruit them, the garage full of unsold protein shakes. "So," she said finally, "do you actually want to start a book club? A real one?" That was 8 months ago. Our book club now has 12 members. We meet every Thursday, drink wine, and actually discuss books. Kelsey brought 3 women she'd recruited into Lumina Life, all of whom quit after our first meeting. Last week, Brielle texted me. "Still looking for book recommendations?" I sent her a link to The Wizard of Lies about Bernie Madoff. She blocked my number. And yes, we finally read The Vanishing Half. It was excellent.